Welcome back everyone to this week's news review for the week ending 18 June 2022. I'm Dark Hour 717 and we definitely have a number of things to go over this week. Before we get into it though, if you enjoy these updates, hit that like and subscribe button because I would greatly appreciate it if you could. Also stick around to the end to see how to get entered in for a chance to win an Anvil Legionnaire with LTI. So this week we've had a lot going on. We had the start of this year's Alien Week while still playing inside patch 3.17.1. Of course, we know that patch 3.17.2 is right around the corner, and we're going to talk about that here shortly. Before we get into that, though, we're going to discuss Alien Week because it is upon us, and as far as it's gone so far, it's been pretty lackluster. Alien Week has definitely been having its share of issues since the start. We saw on Thursday and into Friday a very significant discrepancy with the pricing in the Alien Complete Pack, both on Warbond and non-Warbond versions. With the non-Warbond being listed at $2,950 US, it only took a short time for people to pick up on the issue, and that for the ships listed, if you actually bought them individually at full price, the cost would only actually come out to $2,775 US for this package. This, of course, is a difference of $175 US being overcharged. Of course, some speculated that the possibility of a concept or a straight-to-flyable that had not been announced yet was going to be the difference in that pricing, and some in Spectrum even suggested that it was a premium fee for LTI on the non-Warbond pack, which this, of course, made absolutely no sense. Friday, the price was properly adjusted to bring the packages to a non-Warbond price of $2,635 US and an adjustment of the Warbond cost of the package to $2,370 US. This is, of course, not the only hitch that they've had this event. It seems some players have received the alien ships in their inventory to fly, or at least the ones that they don't already own, while others did not receive any to fly. Trying to figure out what was going on and what the determining factor here was, the speculation on Spectrum is that possibly only subscribers are receiving the ships, or maybe concierge, but I'm not entirely sure, as in our Discord and org we actually have subscribers and concierge that did not receive any alien ships to fly. Some of these players even attempted character resets to see if that would provide them, but yet no luck, and they have yet to have access to them. I can say though that I did receive the Asperia Prowler myself, which I do not own for use, and know for a fact that I did not have it prior to the event. So this issue I have no explanation for, and you can always try to submit a ticket in regard to it, though unfortunately may not be seen until the event is over, in which it will be too late. But in general, they do have some available deals for those that are interested in obtaining one of the alien ships, aside from just the complete packs that they're offering. They also have the Talon collection, which includes both Talons as well as 4 paints, and both sets of Aves armor for $250 US. They have Defender Alien Week bundle that includes the Sturdy Banu Heavy Fighter with 4 paints and a Star Citizen collectible pin set. But they also have individual Warbonds that are available, including a Banu Defender CCU Warbond for an upgrade at $20 off. Also the Banu Merchantman CCU Warbond for an upgrade at $50 off. And a Warbond CCU off for the Asperia Prowler, giving you a $30 discount. So there are some deals to be grabbed here if you're a fan of these alien ships, or you're just looking to build a CCU chain to another ship. There are additional events going on to help celebrate the ongoing Alien Week, of course, and this includes the Bar Citizen World Tour. Last weekend, the first International Bar Citizen kicked off this year's returning festivities, and it was announced that codes will be handed out awarding participants the Banu Cube in-game. This is a new feature they are starting and will continue through other in-person events. Basically consists of receiving a card with a code, and you'll be able to redeem it on the website. Keep in mind, if you're not around one of the studios, the Bar Citizen Tour will be hitting the road later this summer. Check the website for details, and a link is going to be in the comments for the Spectrum link where you can make suggestions for your town. We also have the Intergalactic Drink Off, in which you can submit entries for an alien-themed drink, and the winner is going to be drawn on June 30th. And top 3 prizes will be an Asperia Prowler, a Banu Defender, and an Asperia Talon, all with LTI for the top 3. Link's going to be in the description for the rules. And there's also an alien ship poster contest in which you can create a ship poster of your favorite alien ship. Submissions can be made through June 27th, and winners going to be drawn on the 30th. Prizes are going to be awarded for the top 3, and this will consist of an Asperia Prowler, Asperia Talon, or an Apoa Nox. and all are going to include LTI and the Harmony paint. I will have a link for that in the description as well for you. One thing I will note is that we did not see any straight to flyable or any new concepts come out this Alien Week, and unfortunately we'll have to just hold out for any new additions until most likely IAE. So hopefully everyone does get a chance though to participate in some portion of the celebration of the alien species throughout Star Citizen universe. As I mentioned, along with Alien Week, we are still playing within patch 3.17.1. And over the last couple weeks, we've discussed a number of bugs that are affecting the patch and causing some issues within the PU. These are things such as the deadly elevators, the party launching system at main menus, ships exploding randomly coming out of Quantum, and of course a failed and inoperable Argo Mole. As we draw closer to the release of patch 3.17.2, this is really in essence going to have to carry us over until 3.18 is completed with the cargo refactor and many other items. We now know that an Evocati patch is in process and being tested. This raises the questions though as to whether we will see some of the biggest issues that we are facing have some attention and corrections with 3.17.2. What I can say is looking at the patch notes, there's a lot of promise here. Some of the things listed include updated existing rest stops to have small and medium hangars. Players should no longer be able to directly call another player to constantly monitor their location, which means that calling bug is hopefully going to be finally fixed. They also fixed an issue causing the Argo Mole to have no cargo capacity, which prevented mining, and this takes care of that inoperable mole problem that we've been having, and we're going to be able to take the ship out and go mining as we usually would. Crusader Showroom should now have the sales terminal no longer display a black screen, which means that people will be able to head over there to get their favorite Crusader ships. Refinery shop kiosk should no longer have a blank display, and you don't have to just go to Schumann out on New Babbage or to PO to get your gadgets. And they also fixed an issue causing players to impact into planets when quantum traveling to a party marker on the surface. Another nice feature that we see has been added is remote turrets can now be slaved to the driver in the Nova Tank, Argo Raft, Ursa Rover, Anvil Ballista, and Anvil Spartan. And finally, the Hammerhead's front interior airlock door should now allow players to open and close them correctly when docked to a station. But there has been additional updates for the Evocati, and some of the items that are listed on those notes include that players should now be able to see and add other players on their friends list from the main menu, which I'm hoping this will help fix the party launching issue. Dragging and dropping a magazine into the player's armor should no longer cause the inventory to infinitely load and stop responding. Player injuries should now fully persist through sessions, and Area 18 center mass elevators are going to no longer be duplicated, meaning you can head up to get your weapons. Players should also now be able to interact with and buy Tiger Claw crypto keys at Grim Hex. Uncommon loot crates should no longer be missing from the Caterpillar derelicts. Players should now be able to change the lower weapons on the Scorpius's turrets, and the Arlington Gang Idris should now be able to maintain its flight in atmosphere. So definitely a number of added quality of life improvements as well as some new features, and several of these actually address problems that we've had for quite some time since 3.17. And this is honestly just the tip of the iceberg, as there are well over 50 plus bug fixes listed. As for key features for 3.17.2, what we have listed at this time is the Siege of Orison, derelict reclaimers, AI planetary navigation, illegal collect and delivery missions, new armors added in game with the RRS specialist heavy armor in 3 new colors, brush drift, red shift, and snowdrift. Rest stop hangars have been added, new Lagrange points for Microtech and ArcCorp, Grim Hex hospital expansion for more beds, a polish pass on shopping kiosks, friendly AI markers for mission NPCs, large planetary storms polish pass, entity streaming polish pass, adjusted SCU size and dimensions for missiles and torpedoes, an update to Reshade 5.2.1, and a whole lot more. Once the official PTU Wave 1 launches and those patch notes come out, we will actually update everybody on those as they are released. But this really is a lot of things for 3.17.2, and I'm really looking forward to it, and we can hope to see this hit before the end of June if all goes well. This of course brings us to the usual stuff, and Monday as always was the standard This Week in Star Citizen. We did get the usual along with a reminder as to the Bar Citizen event, but also promoted was the Battle of the Bricks. This is a Star Citizen versus EVE Online LEGO model building competition. The competition will be multi-phase and consist of each game's community where they'll create their best representation of a ship built from Legos in their respective games. This portion will run from the 13th of June through the 27th. Then on July 22nd, a live stream on Twitch will spotlight the second phase, in which each game's team will need to build the opposing team's winning community entry. This is all in an effort to coordinate with Extra Life for a charity fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Donations are going to be going to the children's hospitals to fund critical life-saving treatments and healthcare services, innovative research, pediatric medical equipment, and child life services. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Life has raised over $100 million to change kids' health, and currently children's hospitals really need support. So both Star Citizen and EVE Online ask you to please tune in and support this amazing cause. Tuesday in the lore, we did get the Alien Week translation, and this came out for all of us to attempt to decrypt the Xi'an translation. I would definitely recommend that you check this post out if you're interested in linguistics. Give it a try because it's definitely a challenge. There are several places to go for what the translation actually is, and from reading it, it seems to be a warning and instructions for Xi'an in regard to any encounters with the human group known as Xenothreat. To check it out, the link's going to be in the description. Of course, there is no roadmap roundup this week, which brings us to the all Banu Merchantman episode of Inside Star Citizen. In this episode, they go into detail and show off a number of looks at the ongoing progress with this highly anticipated ship. One of the longer Inside Star Citizens in quite a while, we get to see exterior and interior shots of this massive and impressive Banu trading vessel. Watching this really gets me more excited to see this hit the live servers for sure and get released. We see its massive cargo hold that you can actually look down on from the negotiation room, as well as a really good look at its bridge and upper turret, and that upper turret really does resemble the Cerebro device from the X-Men. We get to see many different aspects from inside and outside the ship, including all the way to its Banu orgy room. Overall, it looks absolutely amazing, and of course, this kind of detailed walkthrough of the ship is not without its controversy. Right now, several Spectrum posts are in disagreement as to the looks of this ship, and some players are actually holding on to original concept art design, which had a very Van Duel style appearance, and comparing it to the now much more Banu style accurate appearance, calling for SIG to revert it to the original concept art style. Me personally, I don't see an issue with it. The ship itself, I feel, fits right in with what we would see on the Banu Defender and is looking amazing. Though many memes are being created from those disappointed in its looks, there are several players aggressively voicing their disappointment and calling for action on what is not a problem in my mind, as well as was ultimately SIG's prerogative and their choice of what to do with this ship as they feel is necessary to bring its purpose and personality to life in the verse. I do recommend checking out this episode though, as it's a very high detailed look at this great ship. Friday we got our Star Citizen live, and this week it was an Alien Week doodle time with Jared and Fred, Star Citizen concept artists from the Montreal studio. This was an episode that was really lighthearted and fun, and through the course of it, Fred and Jared just chilled out and decided to do a little cartooning. It really was not meant to be anything serious, and Fred and Jared actually designed an Alien Week inspired cartoon character based off the Xi'an, and as we find out towards the end, his name is Steve. It was a fun episode, and even though not specific to anything going on in game currently, the cartoon creation was really cool, and I definitely recommend checking it out for a nice funny episode to relax with. Link's going to be in the description for any of you that want to check it out. And that's really about it for the week. I hope you found it useful, and thank you for checking out the video. Don't forget you can enter to win an Anvil Legionnaire just by subscribing here and leaving a comment on any video. You can also get a second entry by following over on Twitch, where you can catch the stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Winner for that Anvil Legionnaire is going to be drawn on July 1st. If you want to help support the channel, visit the Patreon, the merch store, or you can even become a member here by hitting that join button for as little as 99 cents per month. I want to say thank you to all of you again for joining me, and we will catch you next time.